Chili Mountain against Team RageQuit. We got another match at the Masters Clash. It's the final weekend, the final few play days for the regular season. Chili Mountain on the left here on Infernal Shrines. In our best of two, we got Dainu on Johanna, Banana H on Anduin. Modcheck subbing in today for the team again with Hanzo. Quasar. Masquerade, honestly, like this season, it feels like half the games he was missing. Quasar is playing Horga, we got Ultralisk on Karrigan. God knows how he got his Karrigan on Infernal Shrines, but it happened. And on the right side, we got Team RageQuit with Limu on Genji, Shizakid on Diablo, Renella on Brightwing, Murenas on Blaze, and No Game, No Life on Junkrat. I mean, at this point, you really gotta ask yourself, who's really the full team member for Chili Mountain? Is it Modcheck or is it Masquerade? Because if you're going through the entire list of games and matches that both of them played, I think he's at least tied with Masquerade at this point. Feels like we're seeing this quite a lot, that Dino has to shift roles into the main tank because the Frenchman is missing. But either way, this is a best of two. Now, we already know that Chili Mountain is qualified for the event in Paris, but of course, seeding still matters. So in case you're not quite familiar with the system, we're currently in the round-robin phase of this tournament. 8 teams are playing a round-robin with best of 2 matches. If you win both of the maps, you get 3 points. If you're tying with your opponent, each team gets 1. And currently, Chili Mountain finds themselves in the #1 spot. They are guaranteed to go to Paris, but they also want to stay in the #1 position because that makes their seeding for the offline event quite a bit better. But that also means that they don't have to go all out here. For Team RageQuit, on the other hand, is a very different story. While the top 3 are already determined, and therefore the 3 teams that make it to Paris directly, there's still a 4th team that will qualify for the event, and that team qualifies through a gauntlet, through a stepladder system. And Team RageQuit wants to make sure that they are in as good as a position as possible for that particular part of the tournament, which is happening in the upcoming weekend. So for them, those points are fairly important, and they are already raging out completely. Yeah, apparently enraged about Anduin, and I can totally understand that. Anduin makes me rage all the time as well. So there's the kill. Genji moves in. It seems like it is an on day for a Genji player. So we got Renella on Brightwing, Limo on his Genji, and yeah, Junkrat make it in too. So first of all, it's a little bit surprising that Karrigan was not banned out. Normally Maiev and Karrigan are immediately banned against Ultralisk, and more so even on this particular map. But she made it through, and now we have a Team RageQuit with a Junkrat. Also something that doesn't really happen all that often here. So yeah, 1 kill to 0. And normally for Chili Mountain, we gotta see what they can do then later on. Modcheck, I mean, again, he's playing mainly Hanzo. If he gets in Mephisto, then sometimes we're gonna see that. So they could also go again into the meme strike here. And oh my god, hello Blizzard servers. So, there we go. Trying to time this a little bit better. Waiting also for the opponent to take theirs, because yes, Team RageQuit is indeed also aiming for their own camp. So here we go. Yeah, another thing, by the way, before we're heading into the objective that I'm pretty excited about, I'm not quite sure if you actually heard that. We've been talking a lot about RTS games like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2 in the past, and the big hopes on the esports sector with RTS is obviously Frostgiant, the company that was formed from ex-Blizzard employees that worked with Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2, and also some people that worked on Command & Conquer. And apparently, after more than a year of waiting, we're now finally getting some glimpses of what that game is going to be about, and I'm really excited about it. I would love to cast an RTS again. And the big difference with Frostgiant is that they, from the beginning, said, hey, we want to create an esports RTS. Not we make an RTS and then we add multiplayer and we are hoping that it also is going to have an esports impact. No. Focus on esports RTS. So yeah, very high hopes for that. Would love to custom RTS again. I mean, obviously it's still going to be a long time before we get the game, but it will be nice to at least get a first glimpse of what's going on there. What's going on in the game, though, is that both teams have now their level 7 and are fighting for objective #1. And with the push towards the top, we have a slight lead for Chili Mountain. But the control has been taken by No Game No Life, who with this Junkrat is just shelling away with the grenades time and time again. Diablo also, 77 stacks for him now, so he's starting to get his hit point pool up. nobody sitting on the side lane. Still a little bit of poke happening from Limo and Ultralisk in particular, as Karrigan and Genji are looking for kill opportunities. And Limo's just trying to piss Ultralisk off a little bit. But our Karrigan player is making a move, and there's the combo. Hits Diablo all on, but nothing that he can do with it. Shizakid is still alive. Dropped low though. 31, 32 points for the blue team. It seems that Chili Mountain is going to be able to get the first Punisher of the game, unless Team RageQuit gets a quick kill here. And yeah, there it is. The Punisher has been claimed. Question is, of course, can they also now get kills? And it seems very likely. Morenas and Shizakid are both low. There's the kill on Diablo. Blaze dies too. And even Trashwing bites the dust. It's a triple, baby. And that is a great opening with objective number 1 for Chili Mountain. They burst through the gate and can now move immediately for the fort, and they're already having some of their heroes split towards the mid and maybe even the bot lane. 4 kills to 1, 1 level lead, first objective, and the first fort is taken. That's a big win. If you can get the first fort with the first objective, then you are in a great position in the game. And that's exactly what we're currently seeing here from them. So yeah, nicely done. Very well played by them. And of course they're going to try and capitalize on that lead and experience that they're establishing here. With an early level 10 you can use your heroic abilities to quickly force another fight. Maybe steal the opponent's camp away, maybe push another wall. Ideally go even for one of the main structures. Hanzo, keep him in mind with this arrow, could try and use the choke point here. Not so far. Blessed Shield is there though, and they might get another kill on Blaze, and indeed they do. Even Brightwing trying to help out couldn't prevent that. Hogger is traded though, so they're still fighting for the camp here, and I have no idea why Team RageQuit is still there. You do know they got level 10, right? Once you have 2 digits on the number, it means that they at least have level 10. So boys, please, don't fight against heroic abilities if you don't have any. So they lose the camp, as was already expected, and things are not looking any better for them right now. Yeah, there's another camp that is likely going to be taken before they have their heroics. So full exploitation of the advantage from Chili Mountain, 5 kills to 2. And they get the camp as well, which means that they're pretty much painting the bottom of the map blue. And here we are at it. Shizakid, Renella. Yep, we got already Dequaza up in the middle. And Limu is of course still lurking in the shadows, hoping to get some damage in as well. But they're now trying to turn it against the red team once more. Cooldowns are up. Anduin with the bubble this time, by the way. Haven't seen that yet, but yep, off we go. 5 kills to 2. Riptire, a little bit of damage, nothing crazy. But at least he got Modcheck low, bit on his Hanzo. Next objective should be soon announced too. And time to shine. Yeah, getting the camp here. At least one. I was honestly expecting the blue team to fully commit to it, but they have Hogger at the top and Karrigan as well, so they're not going for that yet. And 18,000 damage for Junkrat. 27 already for Hanzo. I fucking hate Hanzo. It's like not quite Anduin level of hate where it just annoys me, but Hanzo and his constant poking with his arrow, he is just really, really annoying. So yeah, I don't know. Okay. That combo didn't quite hit. Nice dodge. Nice dodge from Team RageQuit. Hanzo's a little bit like Hawkeye. He's that one guy that shouldn't really have an impact and is annoying, but every now and then they have to throw him a bone, so he gets a lot of poke damage out then. But it's very satisfying when you kill him. That's definitely true. So, but yeah, either way, we now have topside, another camp taken, level 13. That's a big problem though, because it will be ready for the objective, and that's definitely something that the red team cannot rely upon. So the shrine is starting to activate. They haven't really opened up the map at the bot lane, so there's still a fountain that can easily be accessed, but you don't have level 13, so the lead goes clearly to Chili Mountain, who also have the advantage in kills, and they take the lead here too. Now you can tell from the minimap that in the mid and the top lane, we still have a few heroes for Team RageQuit that are trying to get the experience for the next talent, but they're not fighting it, they're not willing to take this. So they give it up, they kind of have to, but some counter value at the top is about to be had. Now that's where Karrigan has to move topside to deal with this a bit, but this is still a wall that gets destroyed and maybe some extra damage on the fort itself. about as good as a response that you can honestly go for here. That jet propulsion hasn't really hit anything, but they might be able to make a play for Banana H's Anduin after all. They go for the ult, and Anduin is dead. Got interrupted on the bubble. Yeah, which was shut up pretty quickly as he was trying to go for the word. And now they're trying to go for Ultralisk, and that might be just another kill. Yep, Karrigan is dead as well. All of a sudden, they're fighting back. Now the bot lane pressure is still ongoing, so that's a problem. Nice arrow that stunned Diablo out, but with the Riptire pull and displacement, they could still take Johanna down. So now Hogger is the only one at the bot lane that is trying to take the fort. 5 kills to 5, and Team RageQuit has taken the fort at the top. Well played. Very, very well played. Yeah, I like that. Came a little bit out of nowhere, to be honest, that they were able to play this well, and now they're going for Anduin, for Hanzo, and Anduin ruins the kill. Down here, the fort probably still gonna fall, I guess. Closer than expected, but they still get it. So it's the trade and structures. I mean, technically speaking, there's not a whole lot that has been won here by the blue team in that last encounter. And now we have them, I mean, they are dead even. With the exception of that one fort topside that got killed, there is a structural advantage. But outside of that, it's literally 5 kills to 5, 15 to 15. So, yeah. There we go. Another quick attempt to hit them with another combo here. Well, that didn't work out. I kind of like what I'm seeing. That's a nice back and forth. It's a really nice back and forth between the two teams. So, who takes the lead now? There's still a structural advantage for Chili Mountain, but that's where it ends. And they're poking in the middle a bit more. Not a single objective has been won yet, of course, by the red team. So that's something that they are, of course, going to try and fix as soon as possible. So far, we haven't seen anything of that. But, yep. There we go. Bit of a poke in the middle. Nothing really forcing the issue here, just looking for opportunities. And there comes the shockwave. But it's a kill against Hogger. Hogger is down, the counter kill on Genji. He gets punished for dropping the side laner. And oh boy, seems like Morenas might not make it either. He's about to get Hanzo'd if he doesn't pay attention. But Karrigan is first, comes in with a killing blow. Quick kill steal. 16 to 16 now. The lead in kills for Chili Mountain. They're trying to extend it by making a play for Shizakid. And he gets caught by Karrigan, but not by the full combo. 55,000 damage for Hanzo. Only hero in the entire game that hasn't died yet, by the way. Now, the objective at the top is going to be announced very soon. But the mid lane, that's where Chili Mountain is focusing their energy on to try and drop the last remaining fort that Team RageQuit still holds on to. Can they get another hit here? Dino. Dino's still fine. Trying to move in with the Condemn once again. Karrigan already on her heels. Maybe now? Nah, they still have Anduin. And he guarantees the save on the front line. So, no additional kill for Team RageQuit. They tried. They were attempting to go for the follow-up, but they couldn't quite get it. Now the objective, as I said, is going to be announced soon, and both teams have lost their fort at the top lane, so there's no fountain available for either one anymore. Bit of bot line poke that we currently have here from them too. And they get the wall. Good for them. Yeah, this is... Team RageQuit is always this team that is, until the very late game, it seems that they can... good dodge. That they can play on level with a lot of these boys, but then in the late game, they sometimes just cannot... Yeah, I don't know, capitalize on advantages that they hold. Or just fall apart a little bit, but it's still impressive that they can do this much against Chili Mountain. Now, obviously, there's always the caveat that the main tank for Chili Mountain, that Masquerade, isn't here. Let's not forget about that. But Mochek has played a lot with the blue team. He is pretty much the Masters Clash Prime sub. The bubble! Anduin with the word, salvation. It's tremendous. Such a good word. It's the best word. Everybody says so. Sad. So Anduin with the word, he died still. Sad. But he at least got the ult out. Now he didn't make it, and neither did Blaze. So 9 kills to 7. And still level 18 for the two. So for now, Shrine is activating at the top, and we got a 4 versus 4 going. Well, maybe not. Karrigan is still alive. Can they go for the kill here? They're trying, but not quite. Okay, so 4 versus 4 after all. Neither Carrigan nor Genji died in that last encounter. Limu, I hope for him that he still has the fountain cooldown up, and it doesn't really seem like it, so Brightwing is helping out instead. But we already have a few of the heroes up at the top. But here comes the flank. They're trying to pressure Ultralisk, and he is very low. 300 hit points, gets attacked, and gets killed. Nice. Team RageQuit raging hard in this first game as they're trying to go for the win. So yeah, that wasn't too shabby. Down here to the bottom of the map, now that we're 14-15 minutes in, keep that catapult in mind. Doesn't really do too much damage yet, but it helps them to take at least the parts of the wall apart. Yeah, and of course, by now, we have them also going for the objective. 17 stacks to 0 without Carrigan. It's a 4 versus 5, and that's not something that the blue team wants to fight. They still are a little bit ahead in experience and also in kills, and thanks to the structural advantage that they worked for earlier in the game, they shouldn't risk it too much. If you're trying to go for the objective here and it backfires on you, then you're just going to lose way too much, and they still have the chance to make plays like this happen where they just push the mid lane as the red team is focusing onto the top. Now the Punisher has been taken, and we're talking Arcane Punisher here, but they still did a lot of damage, and they're going to get that fort. That fort is gone, so that's already a big win. But with the camp and the objective at the top, there's a chance that they might even get that keep. Arrow into the back line against the Riptire from Junkrat. And here comes the bait over the wall. Ultralisk providing some vision for the Punisher. Bam! The bait. And the the Shaman camp is starting to go in. Not on Towers of Doom. 19, nearly 20. God, they're so close. And they might get that keep. That would be the first keep in the game. They've only taken a single fort down thus far, but there is a chance that they're going to get the keep here. If they're committing, they can take it. And they should. The question is, if they commit, are they losing heroes to this? I mean, come on, boys. YOLO in with somebody. Go Leroy. Okay, there we have it. Keep is down. They should be having level 20 in a moment. They still want to fight. They still want to battle this out. 20 is there for both of them. Anduin with the bubble. Light of Stormwind, but he misses it. Anduin misses the bubble a little bit too early. Was expecting them to push in deeper, which they didn't do, but the red team is now trying to retreat here. They're still turning into Dequaza in an attempt to kill Hogger, but they can't. Hogger gets out. Murenas! He's low placed. The arrow, 4-man arrow. Oh boy, and there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. They are absolutely murdering them, with Genji also being dropped, and that is a 5-man team wipe. All 5 down. And we are going to take another look at this one for sure. Look at the arrow. Bam! 4 immediately. And then the follow-up is there as they are mercilessly starting to clean house. Take out the trash here and getting kill after kill. With a push into the mid lane now. 14 kills to 8. And yep, they're going for the keep. And they might just go for more. This is an entire 5-man. It's only Diablo that's defending. He can't even poke. If he gets too close, he's going to get crushed. So guys, they're actually going for it. They have plenty of time. What a play by Team RageQuit initially as they took the keep on the left side of the map. But now, as I said earlier, they lost too many heroes. And Chili Mountain is just moving in for the core and is taking it. They got 15 kills to 8. And game number 1 goes to the blue team as they win Infernal Shrines against Team RageQuit. Too much damage on the core. The heroes revive too late. And that is game as Chili Mountain takes Team RageQuit out on map number 1 of the best of 2 series.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, the Chili's in the lead against Team RageQuit, and now we're heading into Battlefield of Eternity. So we're sticking with the Diablo tile set. Dino and Muradin this time. We got Banana H on Lucio, Ultralisk on Imperius, Dequaza on Urel, and Mochek is playing Sylvanas. On the right side of the map, we have a Medivh and Diablo composition. So we get Limo on Medivh and Shizakid on Diablo for a potential leyline Apocalypse play. Renella on Brightwing. Murenas, technically, if he goes into the Shockwave, he can follow up on this as well. And we got no game, no life on Hansel this time for the arrows. Okay. Now, Team RageQuit, as usual, great game that they played on the first map, and then towards the end they just miscalculated once, got wiped after they took the keep down, and that was plenty of time for Chili Mountain, as they didn't suffer any losses themselves, to cross the map, take the keep and go for the core. So yeah, nicely done by the blue team, you gotta give them that, but it's always... Team RageQuit is one of these few teams that is always just, you know, sitting there where you think, oh my god, they could do it today and take one of the absolute top teams down. And then in the late game, one decision that isn't perfect, or that's not quite working out for them, ruins all their good work. Now, here in game number 2, they're of course trying to at least lock in 1 point for the leaderboard. Limo is going to try and sec, and hello sir, topside, oof, Hogger has been taken out. So that's already a sneaky early game kill, which forces Medivh now to fly towards the top lane, so that they're not losing out on any experience there. But the move down to the bottom of the map might end with a second kill. They go for Diablo and they take him. Diablo is down. The Lord of Terror has been terrorized a bit by them. Yeah, and that's another big hit there, so nicely done. Yeah, as it stands, that's 2 kills to 0, and of course a camp that they can now get down here at the bottom of the map. Easy hit, all the way towards the top. And what do we get here? We already have a camp being attacked by Team RageQuit. Rotation is going to be too late to interrupt this, I suppose. Maybe not. Urel can buy some time and does exactly that. They are making it. Lucio is now here, Brightwing moved in too, but we have Ultralisk with Imperius just jumping over, and they're on the run. It's a 3 versus 3, but they're totally panicking at this point, and are just trying to get out, and they barely make it happen. Obviously, going up against now 2 of those melees against Imperius and Urel would have been very tricky to deal with, but at least there's a kill happening at the bottom of the map, since Sylvanas is now being taken down. Another Stormbolt by Dino, as he's still attempting to pressure Shizakate a bit more. Yeah, Hanzo should probably get back quickly. But now that Brightwing is here, they feel that they can have him on lane just a bit longer. But again, level 4 is in, so the early skirmishes are happening. We get a few stacks for Medivh on the baseline. He's currently sitting at 11. And at the top, Morenas. Yeah, also still pressuring. Khaldor the entire time just doing their thing too. But yeah, off we go. So we got Mochek and Banana H now, trying to go for the camp. First objective is of course slowly coming up. Here's the next little play. They try to go for Urel. Careful. Morenas, yeah, 2 kills to 1. And here comes the move straight up for the camp, but they are already a bit late to the party. So while we have Sylvanas taking the one on the left side and then tapping the fountain, there's some action going on at the first Immortal already. Blue team with some initial damage. But here comes the party. Bob and Bill, the 2 Immortals, are again on the map. I know Blizzard gave them different names to make them sound a little bit more epic, but the real lore that they are not trying to tell you is that these guys are actually just like 2 guys, you know. Bob and Bill, they've been around forever, that's why they are called Immortals, and they're just locked into this internal battle. They've been neighbors, you know, there's a bit of shenanigans going on, just the usual. One guy building the fence in the wrong position, the other guy sleeping with the wife of the neighbor. Just the usual shit, but they are just battling it out. So currently we got Bob being damaged a little bit more. The blue team is now going in and taking Diablo down again, so they got a chance here. Yeah, Bob is still taking damage, but now that the blue team has dealt with the front line, they can really go for Bill and help Bob out a little bit. So this one is already about to go down here, as it seems. That's some serious damage. Now you got Hans on the other side, so if he gets some access, he could really do it. But yep, there they go. Hanzo is already trying to go for the halftime show, and it seems like Bob is going to lose this one. It's a close call though, but Bob definitely suffered a bit more damage in this one. And here we go. It's one of those fights, you know, you never really know what exactly happened here. Who slept with whose wife first, who killed whose dog, whatever happened. Did somebody really just like throw trash on, over the fence, or what was going on there? Yeah, it's just that usual shit. If you ever lived in the country, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's just what it is, right? Ah, stun into the Immortal stun. Nice! And now that's the end of Hogger. Hogger is down. Bob isn't looking too healthy either, though. So while the red team is losing some of their heroes, it seems like they might still be able to win the objective, at least if they can save Hanzo. And he gets the shield and gets back. But we have Renella alone. Diablo already died. Seems that Brightwing is also going to get crushed. And that was risky, to say the least. So they might just be able to go for it. Yeah, now Bill is all of a sudden on the receiving end of an ass kicking. And he is getting targeted very quickly. Can they take him down, though? Oh, that's a close call. Yeah, who's going to win the battle today? It seems like Bill is going to... Yes, Bill takes it with 899. So he is fired up already. He wants to go and show them how it's done. Move to the top lane. And, you know, just simply crush through that. We have 6 kills to 1 right now in favor of the blue team. Level lead, of course, for Chili Mountain. If they can... okay, the shield is not big enough that they can save that Immortal long enough for them to access level 10 during this push. But since you have Sylvanas in your lineup, you can still help out a lot and potentially take the fort down. At least I would expect that they can make that happen. So, yes, plays are being made. Quick attack there towards Quasar. They try to go for it again. That fort is definitely not going to make it, and this could result in level 10. You know, they might just be able to push a bit further than I expected them to. If they get level 10 now and then turn it, that would be fantastic. But the experience isn't quite there. And they're also dropping a bit low on at least Urel, so they already have to retreat. And, yep. Level 10, any moment. Maybe a chance to do some damage at the bottom fort. That might be realistic. They can take the bottom fort down a notch at least. That would, of course, still be a thing here. But, yeah, we'll see about that, I suppose. So, at that point, we already got Haymaker as the ult. I'm actually really surprised that Chili Mountain doesn't YOLO more. Chili Mountain is a team, again, the former team, that is really known to YOLO very heavily when they feel that they are generally in the better spot. And keep in mind, they are qualified for Paris already, but they are really fighting here, and they're going for a proper draft too. I can't help but imagine that that has a bit to do with the fact that Masquerade isn't actually here. And that Dino with the team is going a little bit more try-hard. So oftentimes in the past, what happened when they are in a position where, oh no, Medivh loses his stacks. That's unfortunate. In the past, what happened oftentimes when they were already qualified for an event is that they went for a lot of real YOLO strategies and go full Leroy with like Gaslos and real crazy compositions. But now they are still playing this out fairly aggressively. And honestly, I like it a lot, especially in this round-robin system. It's a little bit different when you're looking at the tournament bracket, but in a round-robin system, it obviously doesn't only affect you. So if all of a sudden they would just, I don't know, not give a shit, fun it up a little bit, and then maybe lose 1 or 2 maps, that would also impact the other teams that are still fighting for good position for the gauntlet phase, as pretty much 7 teams will still attempt to qualify for the main event. Sorry, what am I talking about? 5 teams. And yeah, so this is, I like this a lot more. So they're really going all out on this. They're playing their usual style. They might not have Masquerade with them today, but you can tell that they're giving their best and are really trying to take Team RageQuit down. So it's 10 kills against 1 at this point. Halftime show has been started again. For Medivh, obviously a massive setback that in that last little encounter he lost his stacks and died. So that's a big problem. But in we go with another little play for the camp top side. Arrow, nice! And here we have it. You get the hits connected. Diablo delivery system is there as Imperia is aiming for him, but they're focusing Hogger first and take him down. Leyline into Apoc. So far it hasn't really given them any real value, and they are struggling. It's the level 13 talent that is going to make matters even worse for them. Dino is getting the Stormbolt connected. They're turning it already onto Hanzo. Brightwing with the attempt at a save, but the plays continue, and even with the portal they won't be able to save all of them. Diablo dies, and that is 12 kills to 1. Again, it is the #1 team in Europe right now, Chili Mountain, with very aggressive plays, sub or no sub. they are showing Team RageQuit how it's done currently. And Team RageQuit has consistently been placed in the number 4, the number 5 slot in the standings, but there is obviously a pretty significant gap between the top 3 teams in Europe right now and the rest. RageQuit was also one of the teams that always kept knocking, but they haven't really been able to break into the top 3 yet. They are consistently aiming for number 4 though. And we'll see if they can, at the end of the day, be one of the teams that qualifies for Paris. But there are obviously a few more that really want that spot and want to attend the offline event and make the plays for the big money. At this point, we got 13 kills to 1 and the big push to the bot lane, enhanced by Sylvanas once more. The forts are of course all gone already. And 10 minutes in, it seems like this keep at least is not going to make it. So very dominant performance by Chili Mountain here. Arrow misses, the APOC doesn't have quite the impact that they were hoping for either. And the ley line, honestly, not doing too much. They're ping-ponging Limo around a bit, but are they really going for the core here? They can definitely do a bit of damage. The question is how much, and this hinges on whether or not they can get kills. So they are trying for Medivh again. 6 stacks for him, make that 0. The Immortal is still up, and the core is losing its shields quickly. Not looking good for the red team. Team RageQuit is in serious trouble as we're having a bit of a speed run by Chili Mountain. They go for the core, they take it down, a 2-0 victory for the blue team as they take another win here at the Masters Clash. Nicely done and well played. They take the win on Battlefield of Eternity.